Hi, it's me. It's the 19th of October 2020 and this is the latest Built From Scratch episode. So, it's Monday morning. I've got no memory of what I did last Friday, so I'm just going to scan through the notes, read through the notes and figure it out. So I added SEOPress back in. I had to redo page metadata again because I'm too stupid to function. Bit rude. And I had to set up or check a few bits and pieces. Deleted the defunct plugins and you're back to where you were. Okay, so I guess on Friday I must have been talking about the fact that I've discovered that I don't need to avoid site-wide canonical tags, so this was the work around that, essentially rolling everything back and starting to use SEOPress again. As mentioned, I had to redo the metadata again because I hadn't saved from the simple SEO plugin. There's probably a clever way of saving data in those sorts of scenarios when a plugin is using it and saves the data, but then you want to get rid of the plugin and use it in a different plugin. Some plugins actually have import and export functionality that will cover stuff like that, but I guess if it doesn't exist, there's probably a clever developer way of doing that, but I don't know it. There may also be a plugin that allows you to save all data and you know, import and export according to your needs, but it was only really sort of 10 minutes of work, so it just wasn't worth it. I just did it manually. Oh yes, and actually speaking of importing and exporting data, SEOPress does have some functionality around that. So once I'd set up one of the sites with the various preferences that you can import to it, I was then able to export it and import it to the other site, so that saved a few minutes work. It was kind of weird that the moving of metadata wasn't included in that, and it explicitly wasn't. I'm guessing that that might be a paid feature, but again, because it was only a few minutes work, I didn't even bother looking into it. Okay, so I've then said half a day left, and you did start into content, amazingly. But, wait for it, you knew I wasn't going to just write a whole article. The second I chose a phrase, a key phrase that is, on which to write an article, I came face to face with the mechanics of how I'm going to structure that article, which led to researching how to do that, in particular how to do product comparison tables. So this is about, in this initial bit of keyword research I did for this first article, I decided I was just going to do some best of type articles to do with some LED using products. So that's what I put into Ahrefs Keyword Explorer, best LED, and then let it show me some options, of which there were many. And having looked at enough affiliate websites before, I know that it's pretty standard when writing such articles to have a table on the page which lists a few similar articles, some of their pros and cons, and then a link, an affiliate link of course, to go and buy the one that you want to buy. And well, that's maybe enough. Let's just move on to my next comment. Right, okay, yeah. So that made me realise that I needed to figure out how to do product tables. And it's funny that I'm a real kind of learn things from the very beginning kind of person. That's very much ingrained in my head, even though I know that for starters, for the sake of efficiency, you often need to not do that. reinventing the wheel is a very expensive thing to do, and it's frequently unnecessary. And also, well, hand in hand with that, I am reasonably experienced now with using WordPress and online technologies. I'm very comfortable with finding and using plugins or third-party applications of some other kind. And so I really should have kind of retrained my brain by now to make that the first thing that I consider doing. And I'm kind of halfway there, but sometimes not. So when it came to these product tables, I immediately started thinking, how do I create one of those in Google Docs or whatever? How do I make it look good, blah, blah, blah. And then I just realised I was being stupid. There was almost certainly a pre-existing method out there which would be much better and quicker. So I turned to my current guide in this world, which is Authority Hacker. More on that in a bit, by the way, and looked for their guidance and found a fairly long article where one of their writers talks about the technical setup of an Amazon affiliates page, specifically Amazon affiliates, but you know, if a page is set up well for Amazon affiliates, it's probably reasonably well set up for various types of affiliate programs too. So I figured that would be a decent place to start. So I read through that whole article, and in fact by the time I'd finished that, it was only half an hour to go until the end of the day. But it was well worth it. It was a great article, and it means I've now got a bit of a structure for the next few bits of work that I need to do. Firstly, I'm going to get an Amazon Associates API key, which is just a technical part, a necessary technical part of using the Amazon Associates affiliate program. And this requires a slight explanation, which is that I've decided that for at least my first, well, I haven't put a number on it, but I'm going to say probably at least 10-20 articles, I actually am going to write them for the Amazon Associates affiliate program. That is kind of spurred on by the fact that this article and Authority Hacker in general are fairly keen on Amazon Associates, although as I'm saying that, I've got to acknowledge the fact that since the early mid 2020 downgrading of the Amazon Associates pay scale, Authority Hacker have actually been talking a bit more about how you can use other programs. So I'm not saying they're all about Amazon, but they are certainly somewhat keen on them, and therefore provide good guidance on how to engage with that program and make money. So that's useful. Also, they've just got there are the things that make Amazon Associates a good program in general, which is that it's by all accounts a well-run program. I don't know that from personal experience yet, but I've certainly heard it said, and it just makes sense. They're a massive program who have however many thousands of affiliates, so they must have quite a usable structure in place. And then there is the main, probably arguably the main thing about Amazon, which is that they have however many millions of products. So even if you're in quite a tight niche, they will almost certainly sell a few things that are relevant to you. And certainly the type of thing I'm involved in, or with audio-visual type stuff, there are just going to be countless thousands of things that I can write about and send affiliate traffic to. So that is going to involve a few additional tasks. I've put set up Amazon Associates for WordPress plugin. So this is, well, in fact, I think the next three things I'm going to mention are things that Authority Hacker, in this long technical piece they've written, are products that they suggest you use to help get your Amazon affiliates page together. So Amazon Associates for WordPress plugin. This achieves the product box layout that I was mentioning earlier in such a way that I think you can tell it what you want and populate it really very efficiently and effectively. So I'll be messing around with that later today. Buy Thirsty Affiliates. So this is a paid product which is to do with management of affiliate links. I've said I think this is less important than the product box plugin, but definitely worth it when you've got a large site to manage. So I may as well get stuck in from the beginning. I don't remember how much it costs, but I don't think it's very much. I think it might have been something like $50 a year, so not a huge deal money-wise. And it's something to do with the fact that it's like a central resource for your affiliate links. So if one of your links has to change, instead of going through tens or potentially hundreds or maybe even thousands of the same link across your site, you can just change it in one place and then it automatically changes all those other links. So like I say, to start off with, actually probably of very little value, but useful to have in place and possibly very valuable in the future if the site really grows. And then I've just put an acknowledgement of the fact that this is a further delay to actually writing an article, but I feel that the structure to my pages that is going to be provided mostly by the product box is going to speed things up in the medium term. An initial delay followed by a faster creation of multiple pages, because it will just help. It's so much easier populating a page that's got sort of 2 or 3 blocks in it that you know the format of, versus just having a blank page and almost feeling like you're creatively starting from the beginning every single time. Okay, 2 more things to mention. One more that I've written here. I've said I also planned a paragraph I'm going to have at the top of any page in which all links are to Amazon. So what I mean there is I'm going to have some pages on the website which might be affiliate marketing pages, but potentially after this very initial period at least, they might be to affiliate programs that are not Amazon. So this is not going to count in that case. But where all of the links on a given page are to Amazon, I'm going to have a paragraph that explains why, explains that that is the case, that there are affiliate links on this page and they all go to Amazon, and why they all go to Amazon. My thinking here is that there is a sort of trust issue in general around the creation of affiliate content. Obviously, you have got a motivation to not be completely truthful. Potentially, it may be that your opinion of the products you're looking at just happens to match exactly with who is going to pay you what for promoting their products. So you won't have to stretch the truth or bend it or do anything with the truth at all apart from tell it, and that will be great. But obviously that's frequently not going to be the case, at which point your morals around it come into play. Are you going to lie? Are you going to leave it alone because you don't want to lie, or what? And I don't think the average consumer of information pages on the internet is that switched on to this kind of thing. But firstly, that doesn't get rid of the moral issue, and secondly, some people will be aware to some degree, and so it might make them ask a few questions with regards to the quality of your content, and it might change their interactions with your site. So I thought I would address that right at the top, not only by having an affiliate disclaimer, which is a legal requirement these days, which just means you point out that you might earn some commissions through the links on your page, but by actually talking about the fact that I only link to Amazon off this page, and the reason for that is it's the best place to go for all of the products that I'm talking about. So a characteristic that I'm imagining is going to apply to the pages on which I'm considering writing this paragraph is that they'll be for fairly low value items, the type of thing where you are probably going to buy them on Amazon if you're the type of person who ever buys on Amazon. So I'm thinking they're going to be things that are in the price range of $0 to $50 maybe. The kind of thing where if you buy it off Amazon and it turns out to not be premium quality, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, so I just thought I'd point that out. I haven't actually written that yet, so until I do it, I don't know for certain that I'm actually going to have that explain a paragraph, but I think it might be worth it. So final point is that I have actually signed up to Authority Hacker Pro today. I don't know how much to talk about it because 10 minutes ago I made another video about the fact that I'd signed up to it, which is meant to be not part of the Built From Scratch series, a bit of a standalone review of Authority Hacker Pro that I'm considering doing. And obviously I don't want to talk about all the same stuff if I end up publishing those videos. So just to briefly say, it is Authority Hacker's premium product. It's got loads of guides in it about how to do just about everything to do with the creation and running and promotion of an affiliate marketing website. And whilst I'm not actually in the business of trying in the long run to create an affiliate marketing website, it is what I'm doing for the next X amount of time, at least several months, maybe a year, maybe 2, maybe 5 years, who knows. And even if I do manage to grow this company into something that is provides a lot of real world services and is somewhat removed in many ways from affiliate marketing, I think it may well make sense from a business point of view to continue with the affiliate marketing efforts, even if that is the case. The only reasons I can think that you wouldn't do that if you've been successfully doing it prior to the instantiation of your other services is if A, the profitability of it is too low to make it worthwhile when you've got these other routes that, other options for investing your capital, and they make more money. But realistically, I think the margins on a quality affiliate marketing operation are probably quite substantial, so I'd be surprised if that were the case. And the other reason you might not do it is just that it could look a little bit tacky having affiliate marketing links on a website which at the same time is a sort of fairly serious portal for the advertising of potentially quite high-end products and services. But I'm doubtful that that would be a big deal either. Partly because if you write a quality article, then that is what jumps out at the reader, even if it's got affiliate links in it, and even if the reader is aware of what they are and what that means, it doesn't mean they'll immediately think it's a horrible load of rubbish. If it's a really well-researched, well-written article, I think they will still think this is quality. And whilst they might find it a little incongruous that it's on a site that you wouldn't normally expect to have that kind of content, I don't think it would really put people off. What else was I going to say then? Okay, I'm not quite sure what I was just about to say. But anyway, the point is, I was just explaining why I thought it might be worthwhile paying for this product, and I think it will continue to be useful for a long time, essentially. So, in this parallel set of videos that I'm considering making, is going to be a step-by-step review of Authority Hacker Pro as I use it. However, as I've explained in the intro to those videos, which may or may not ever see the light of day, so I'll better repeat it here. I've signed up to Authority Hacker's own affiliate program to see if I can potentially make a little bit of money off that review. If they are not into that idea, then I won't bother making those videos, because I'm planning on doing them fairly comprehensively. It's going to take up a fair bit of time, and it's not worth it at this point if I'm not going to get any benefit out of it, because there's no other benefit to doing it. Wavetiller is predominantly supposed to be about audio-visual stuff. From an SEO keyword relevancy point of view, it's already not ideal that Built From Scratch is more about the building up of a general business rather than something specifically to do with audio-visual. I think if I start posting stuff that is reviews of affiliate marketing or SEO products, that is a further step away in terms of keyword relevancy, and I don't really want to do it unless there's some kind of significant benefit to doing so. So if that goes ahead, because they are up for signing me up as an affiliate, then I'll do all those videos, turn them into a proper review, and then I'll be still posting them on the Built From Scratch channel, but I'll be making it clear that that's what that is. If I don't get the go ahead, then I guess what I'll do is forget those videos and just occasionally mention in the standard Built From Scratch videos whenever I've been using it, learning from it, and just, you know, do a normal kind of commentary on how that's going. Okay, that is it for today. I'll see you later.